Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Y'all ever heard that saying, when life give you lemons, make lemonade? Well, this story ain't got nothing to do with that at all. In fact, it's the opposite. Before we even get to the story, I want to thank everybody that be hitting that like button. I want to thank everybody that be watching the videos all the way through. I want to thank everybody that be leaving a comment. I want to thank everybody for sharing the videos and everybody that be blessing the Cash App and put money in the super chat. Dante appreciate all of y'all. We almost at 100,000 subscribers, y'all. And I know it's called the Donta Show Network, but without y'all, there would be no me. Y'all are the network. So congratulations to all of us. Now let's get to the story. So I had this homeboy named Kavante. And he was the type of dude that was out here robbing cats. Now, that ain't his real name. I'm not going to put his name out there. But I will say this. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to say what city he from. But my homeboy Kavante, he come up in there. Kavante, he weighed nothing but probably 130, 135 at best. And he like 5 foot, 5'1". So if you think about it, he's just like 1 inch over of being a small person, like a midget or something. Now, he was a dude that kept a 38 and he always will be running down on cats, robbing people. So when he came in there, now this was in a bullpen. This was still county jail right here that I'm talking about. Now, I already pleaded out. And I'm just waiting for the prison bus to come and take me on to prison. So when he come up in there in the bullpen, I'm like, hey, man, what you doing in here? He like, man, they got me, bro. They got me. I'm like, what happened? He was like, man, I just got caught up on some dumb stuff, man. I'm like, word? I mean, like, okay, what happened? He like, man, you know, I was out here, you know, putting in work, and I mean, I just got caught up. I said, oh, okay. Now, we just gonna put a pause right there, and we gonna fast forward to 3 years later. Now, this is when I'm coming at the end of my bid, because y'all know I supposed to did 10, but I end up getting out on that 2. So this is like literally a month before I got out of the penitentiary. So I'm laying down, and like every Tuesday we get a rotation of dudes. And so when dudes start coming in, you know, everybody getting up trying to see who coming in. Now, when the new cats come in, we all got to be in our cells. We got to be locked down. So everybody is up at their door looking like, okay, who coming in here? Because, you know, you might have, if you're a gang member, you might got some rivals coming in there, and you got beef with other cats from different compounds or different pods or whatever. You got to make sure that, you know, you see who coming in there. It might be an issue. So when Kavante came up in there, I'm looking at him and I'm like, hold on, is that my dude? But I really couldn't tell because he looked different. And when I say he looked different, now back in the county, dude had like a fade, right? He had a fade. But this dude had like real long hair, like went down to his shoulders. So I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, is that Kavante? I can't really tell. But so they end up coming through, and it's 6 dudes. So Kavante, now that I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh, that is Kavante. But y'all, dude, he walking. Y'all know the type that y'all know that I'm gonna call them they. I'm gonna call them they, because last time I said other words toward that community, they done flagged the video, they done took the video down and all that hate and stuff, right? So I'm gonna just call the people that live our alternative lifestyle way of living. I'm just gonna call them they. So I see Kavante, and I'm looking, and he just sitting there. He like the last person, because like everybody that's about to get a cell, they got to sit there at the table in the day room, and I can see everybody right there in the day room. So he's sitting there by himself alone. So I yell out the door. I'm like, "Hey, Kavante, Kavante," and he look up, but he don't know where it's coming from. I'm like, "Hey, this Dante, man." So he look up and he kind of smiled, but when he smiled, I'm like, "Oh, dang, man, my boy been touched," right? So now I'm thinking to myself, like, now I ain't got no cellie at all. I ain't got a cellmate at all. So it's between me, this dude named Joe, and this white cat named Calvin that the cell he gonna go to. So just so happened, my cell door ended up popping, and he ended up coming up there. So when he come in, I'm like, what's up, Tay? And when he started speaking, I knew it. His voice done got soft. And I'm like, oh, now check this out, y'all. I know I made a video a while back talking about prison punks, right? And where you can't have a person that's living a alternative lifestyle in a cell with you, because birds of a feather flock together, and you are guilty by association. So I know that, you know, this penitentiary rules, but this is my homeboy from the streets. So I'm kind of in a bind. So but at this point, I'm not really, and don't nobody really know like he twisted like that, but I know as we talking. So I'm kind of in a bind, because I'm like, dang, this is my man right here, but he can't be in here with me also, because, you know, he rocked that way in, you know. And let me break this down for you sensitive cats out there. Okay, yes, it is accepted out here in the normal world, but in the penitentiary, if you don't rock and roll that way, you cannot associate with these cats. Because, say for instance, if you are a man that's a straight man and he don't rock and roll that way, but you got cats that do rock and roll that way, and they see you always talking to, you know, that dude, one of them type of cats, and then they try to press up on you and they want to harass you. Or you could be a part of a gang, and, you know, some gangs don't tolerate that. Like, if you get a cat in your cell that's a part of that alternative lifestyle living, and you don't get them out that cell, or you don't get yourself out that cell, you can catch a beat down and get taken off the yard, or you could lose your life. So I hope me explaining it in that way will help for you people that never been to the penitentiary to understand, like, it is what it is. Because I remember the last video I dropped dealing with this type of situation, people was like, why would you do that? Why won't you just leave people alone? No, because y'all don't get it. If you ain't never been locked up before, you just not gonna get it. You just not gonna get it. I keep telling y'all, what's acceptable out here in the real world will not fly in prison, period. It is what it is. So he's sitting down on a bed, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, so what's up with you? He like, yeah, I guess I'm here. And I'm like, now as he talking, I'm just feeling bad, because I'm almost sure I know what happened to him. Because like I said, dude ain't nothing but 5 foot, and maybe 125, 130. And you got cats in there, man, he ain't stand no chance. So I'm like, so where you coming from? He like, I just came from Jackson Reception Center. I said, dang, they had you there for that long? He was like, I've been there. I said, why they transfer you here? He was like, cause, you know, I kept getting into trouble and there was people that was, you know, getting in trouble with me. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, what I'm thinking is, and what I actually found out when I got out of the penitentiary, that it was dudes in there fighting over him. I'm talking about the knife was pulled. It was like real blood sports up in there over this cat. Like dudes was like going crazy over him. And he was causing so much of a ruckus in Jackson State. It's like they had to ship him and ship other cats to different places. Now he here and he in the cell with me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know, me being locked down already for these 2 years, I already know, like, okay, yeah, he gonna have to get out. He gonna have to get out the cell because I'm not ever trying to go there. And let me walk y'all through the potential dangers of what could have happened to me. Number one, above all things, dudes in prison love to gossip. They love to spread rumors. They love to spread lies. They like cackling hens. They just love drama. Somebody would have put it out there like, oh, Dante got one of them in this cell, and you know, I heard them last night or something like that. And then people take that information and get on them phones and call back to your city and tell people like, yeah, man, that Dante, he ain't as thorough as y'all think he is. He was in there sleeping with one of them, right? So that's the number one thing why dude couldn't be in my cell, because I couldn't have people out here in the streets thinking that Dante was in there playing military mind games, right? So that was the first thing. The second thing is that I knew what type of drama this dude would have been bringing. Now, there was cats in the pod that did rock that way, that you know, that played them games with the alternative lifestyles and had no shame in their game. So I know eventually these cats would have started making their way to the cell, like trying to impress dude, trying to impress Kavante, like bringing them honey buns, soups, and, you know, just trying to being extra. And I didn't need that type of static coming towards my cell, right? So, you know, I told him like, hey, listen, it's good to see you, homie, but you gonna have to get in another cell. He like, oh, is it an issue or something? I'm like, no, it ain't no issue. It's just, man, you know how this jail stuff go. He like, yeah, I know. I was like, but I mean, you know, we good though, but I just can't have you in here. He like, I understand. So I said, when the doors pop, just go to the guard and ask, cause you get put in another cell. Now there's 2 other open cells, so it wasn't no issue for him. Now they was gonna pop the cells in about an hour anyway. So he asked me questions like, so how is it here? I'm like, well, you know, it's prison, you know, gotta watch your back. I mean, it's prison. I mean, the guards don't be really tripping like that. This dorm is cool. It's cool. It's straight. He like, oh, okay. So he like, so is it like anybody got the phones and anything? I'm like, yeah, my homeboy 3 cells down, he got a joint that you can use, and yeah, you know, so the doors end up popping, right? And everybody started coming out. Now I'm still talking to him in the cell, and you got cats that rock and roll that way. Now they beaming, cause they done seen them and the word spread around quick. So they beaming, they looking around like, man, where dude at? Where dude at? Oh, I think he in there with Dante. So you got cats like walking past real slow, but like peeking though. They not, you know, eyeballing in the cell, but you can tell they slowing they walk down and, you know, looking in there, right? So I'm like, all right. I said, all right, bro, it's already started. You go ahead. So he was like, all right, man, peace. So he get up. As soon as he get to walking down them stairs and start going to the guard, you got cats coming at him left and right. Like, you good? You need something? You here. I'm gonna take care of you. Hey, you want to get in my cell? All type of craziness, right? I'm gonna leave it right there because I got to get ready to do something. Before I wrap this up though, I want to let you cats out there know something. That, yeah, I get it. You got to protect yourself out here in this wicked world. Because I'd rather be judged by 12 than be 6 feet under. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you can avoid things, avoid it. Just like if you know you about to go to the club and you know it's going to be an issue at this club, don't go. If you know that there's a house party or something that's about to pop off, and you know that your ops, you know, the young cats, they call them ops now. The ops or your enemy is going to be there. Just don't go. Because all it takes is for you to fire that sword of justice, or somebody get hit and lose their life. Because everybody going to tell on you. Everybody is going to tell on you. All that stick to the code and all that street code, man, that ain't real. We know for a fact that is not real. These cats are telling you quick. Would send you up the river quick. So, right now, y'all, where I'm at, it's 72 degrees. It feels so good. My wife told me, she said, man, you know what's crazy? I said, what? We were sitting on the porch. She said, it's messed up that we relate good weather to somebody dying. Y'all say, Dante, what you mean by that? It's like in Flint, Michigan, and in Detroit, and in Chicago, it's like when it's raining and, you know, the weather all messed up, don't nobody really come outside. But as soon as the weather break and you get good, beautiful weather, then you start hearing the sirens. Because cats just don't know how to act. And this is why I tell y'all, just if you can avoid it, man. Y'all know where to be and where not to be at. It is not even about you being scary, man. It's about surviving, about living. Because as soon as you get them handcuffs put on you, man, it's not a good feeling. Especially when you going down for taking somebody's life. And you ain't got no bond money. You ain't got money for a real lawyer. Man, life ain't a game. We only get one life. You can't hit the reset button on the PlayStation or Xbox. You get one life, man. That's why you gotta be careful. Be careful. It's like you make one mistake in this world, and you can be gone. Whether you get a death sentence or you get a prison sentence that you, I would like to say this though before I roll out, that we are living in the times of Noah. Jesus said that the end of the world is going to be like the time of Noah. And we can see it all around us, man. It's just so much evil and wickedness that has found its way onto this earth. So much evil, so much wickedness. And it's like every time you turn around, it's something crazy and demonic that's popping up. And it's like, yo, I remember I was driving through the countryside the other day, and I said, none of this crazy stuff even, you know what I'm saying? When you go for a drive and you get out the city and you out there in the cornfields. Now, I know they got probably some stuff going on, but it's less likely than what's going on in the city of crime. But, you know, when you go for a drive and you out there in the country, all this crazy stuff that be going on in the city, it don't even exist, man. It just be seeming so peaceful, so quiet. And, you know, that's why I said, y'all, we got to take it one step at a time in this life, because we get one life. One mistake, you gone. One mistake, you get snatched away from your family. One mistake, you get snatched away from your kids, your wife, your girlfriend, whoever you love. Imagine going in a straight man. You done did 30 years in a penitentiary, and you come out real feminine, and your people don't even recognize you when you get out. I can go on and on with this story, but I'm just gonna end it right here, y'all. Again, we almost at 100,000 subscribers. This is the Dante Show Network. But without y'all, which y'all are the network, there will be no me. I'm going to give y'all some new content when we get to 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'm going to still give y'all the story time, but I'm going to give y'all some real good content because y'all deserve it. Y'all are the most electrifying commenters. Y'all are the most electrifying subscribers in the whole YouTube industry. So it's my job to give y'all the best content that I possibly can give y'all. And there's too many names to name, but shout out to everybody, especially my members, everybody that watches my videos. So if you thinking, oh, is he talking about me? Yes, I'm talking about you. It's just too many people to name. But just know that I appreciate y'all. And when we hit 100,000 subscribers, I got some brand new spanking content that y'all gonna love. But I want to give y'all one more update right quick. A lot of cats is asking me, yo, Dante, why are you re-uploading old videos? I heard this story before. Here's the thing. YouTube deleted 15 of my videos for some odd reason. So, and they was really good stories. So what I did, I just re-downloaded them and redid it in a way that was acceptable for YouTube. So if you hear a story that I already told, you know, 9 times out of 10 it was a good story. So don't pay no attention to it. You can listen to it. It ain't gonna hurt you. Hit the like button. All right, but only got like 8 more stories that I'm gonna re-upload that I already uploaded. But y'all also got to understand this too. It might be an old story to you, but we get hundreds, if not thousands, of subscribers a day. So it's a new story to them. But if you want to get ahead of the game, become a member. Right now, the memberships is $4.99 a month. Okay, so you can get access to all the exclusive content, you know, before everybody else get it. Before the public get it, you get it. And I upload daily. You know, eventually the member videos become public, but for the, you know, I have to do this for my members. I have to give them early access to all new content because, you know, they paying the fee for it. Okay, but if you want to get access to all the new stories and the brand new content before the 100,000 subscribers, just become a member. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section for y'all. I'm gonna have it pinned up. But again, y'all, stay safe out there. This your big partner Dante. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and share the video. And with that, I'm out.
Oh shit, here we go again.